My name is Arun Kumar and I am the driver. I'm building Driven Auto Care to be a $1 billion auto repair business, and I'm taking you along for the ride with Driven Diary. So if you want to see behind the scenes of taking a business from zero all the way to a 10-figure valuation, please hit subscribe below and let's get to the episode. Monday afternoon. Who knows what kind of car this is? We're in the Avalon. I just went for a caffeine and protein run, and then the car needed gas. And it needed gas because it's neglected, and I talked about this in last week's video that our loaner cars get neglected. This one has a piece de resistance. The ABS light is on. If you ever wanted to get sued by a customer for neglectfully giving them a loaner car that was dangerous, you should probably start with turning the ABS light on. So, relatively sick this weekend, but I got over it. Forgot all my food this morning. And then training the new manager of San Jose. Training needed to be done. And training needed to be done with the techs here as well. So we are working on improvement. It's amazing the difference between people who know the way you do things and people who don't. This car fortunately looks good. Kay got the tint off the side windows. It doesn't smell like weed in here anymore. I just cleaned the windshield, so I'm happy with this car now. And it's full of gas, and the AC blows cold and it's hot out. But I needed a little break from the shop. Kind of just been sitting there today, going over basic stuff and getting the Denali fixed up. Didn't need a lot of work, which is great. That's what I got for now. Talk to you later. Uh-oh. We're in another Ford. You know what that means? Nothing. It doesn't mean anything. This is our loaner, our Ford Focus, 2012 Ford Focus with 226,000 miles on it. And I'm driving it to Castro Valley here on Tuesday morning to pick up my 01 Sequoia that is finally fixed all the way just in time because the auction on Bring a Trailer for it ends on Thursday. Current bid's at $3,000. We've had 3 comments, but in order to stimulate some more interest in the car and truck, I do need to post some pictures of it for getting email notifications out to everybody who has watched the auction. There's a lot of people sign up for all notifications for all of a certain model. So like every time an auction comes up on Bring a Trailer or Cars and Bids for Murcielago, and then any activity on that auction, I get notified. And there are plenty of those people with Sequoias also. And so I've got this first Sequoia going on Bring a Trailer now because Cars and Bids rejected it. And then I have the other Sequoia, the gray one, going on Cars and Bids. That auction goes live today and ends next week, Tuesday. Because I do actually think that Sequoia-wise, Cars and Bids is the better platform. I'll bring something up that's interesting, and it is that I was notified on Sunday by my landlord of my house that I have to move out of my house because he wants to move back into his house. And so that put some pressure on us that I wasn't really expecting, but it does give us an opportunity to make a couple of good things happen. One of those things is I have not been as anonymous with my address as I would like to be. So in moving, I hope to be able to fully disassociate my business interests from my residence so that it is actually impossible to figure out where I live, which is overdue as I continue to grow in follower count and all that kind of stuff, even if I'm kind of just thinking ahead. That's not to say our social media is blowing up right now. We just keep trying different stuff. Some of it kind of works. Most of it's not working as well as we would like. And then the other thing is just an upgrade. And we have, 1 kid right now. We want to have more kids. We got pets. We got 3 bedrooms in our current house. And though we are living modestly, well below our means as far as our rent payment goes, and we want to keep it that way, would be nice to have both central air conditioning and more bedrooms. And so that's what we're looking for. which is good because it's applying some pressure to me to do the things that I know I need to be doing with our business. And the predominant dominating thing with that is actually this exercise of talking about our daily standards of build hours per day and sales per build hour, 15 minimum build hours per day and $400 per hour sold, and then the holding the managers accountable daily to those numbers. And so it's good for me to kind of shake the trees and see what real problems we're facing in the business that is from their perspective. And we're really trying to do this as an accountability exercise, hold the managers responsible for the performance of their locations, and I can help empower them to make decisions, etc., etc. But I'm trying to basically not just be a boss that's telling them what to do all the time. That's what we're trying to avoid now. So just going down the freeway here, 7:40 in the morning. It's not May 17th, it's June 17th. What the heck? It's actually June 16th. I don't want to just blather on forever, so we'll cut it off here. That's all for now. Thursday morning. I've been very bad about filming this week, but the old high mileage Sequoia auction just ended and not very happy with that result. That is a $1,000 loss, but we move on. We'll churn the money. I've been house shopping. I've been talking with all the managers every day, and now I get to drive to San Ramon to pick up a truck that has no third and fourth gear, and I get to try to drive it to Hayward. So that's going to be interesting. This guy who won it is in Florida. That's how you know that it went cheap, because somebody bought a $5,000 truck across the country. Oh well. 04 Sequoia ends on Tuesday. That's all for now. Okay, I have just hopped into an under 100,000 mile 2005 Silverado, and it is as clean in here as you would expect an under 200,000 mile Silverado to be. In case you were wondering what 2005 looked like, this is surprising and impressive and in way better condition than my Denali from the similar generation. Let's hope it makes it to the transmission shop. All right, update after about 3, 4, 5 miles, whatever it's been. That's the gear that I have to be in order to do this, because I can start rolling when I'm in 2, but the minute this thing shifts into 3rd, it whips. It just is like, nope, that's actually neutral. So here we go. I'm taking the slow roads from San Ramon to Hayward, and I'm gonna go top speed, probably like 45, just because I don't really want to get RPM all riled up here. But hey, this truck seems to be in really good condition. Otherwise, I think the oil pressure gauge is like pinned up high there, like it's not actually 80 psi. So we're just gonna make it to Hayward. Let's go. Made it. Second gear the whole time, but here it is. And now we wait for Hamilton. All right, update. I dropped off the Silverado successfully. Got a ride back to Fremont from Hamilton. Did a coaching call in Fremont. Left Fremont about 1:30, I want to say, 1:30 or 2 o'clock. And it's now 4:20, and I'm on my way to the last shop. So this is proof that to myself that I can visit all 5 shops in about 4 hours during traffic times, as long as I make the order of the visits correct. Because had I gone the other way, there's no chance I would have been able to visit all of them, because basically what happened is I did the worst of the traffic first. Going up to San Ramon at 2:30 still took about double the normal time. That meant that everything after that, cascading down the Bay Area, has really not been all too bad. So now I just got to deal with this stupid intersection. I don't know why Google Maps took me this way. Should I listen to Google Maps when I know better? Probably not, but hey, I don't like to turn my brain on all that much, I guess, when I'm driving. So as per usual, the report is that visiting all the shops is beneficial, keeps morale high, keeps people accountable, and that's what we're doing. So we're gonna have a strong week here at the end of the day. That's all for now. It's quite windy here. Can't really tell it's died down this particular moment, but here's the casualty. Oh, I think it's broken for good now. Is that good enough? Oh, that'll work. It's standing up again. All right, time to brave the traffic home. It's Friday, noon. Didn't record a lot this week, if I reflect on how the week has gone. I was in San Jose training the new manager. He had a $17,000 week. He was very not busy on Thursday, but other than that, kept busy, selling. Documentation looks pretty good. Management of the tech seems pretty straightforward. I'm generally okay with how he's doing, which is great. We got a 1-star review for being rude to someone at another shop, which I was not very happy about. The daily contact with every manager about performance, talking about performance, focused on build hours per day, how to get it up into the 15 to 20 hour range. This week we had, Campbell did best, it looks like. Best we got this week was 13.2. Worst we got this week was 8 in Castro Valley, but otherwise it was 12. So overall, solid. Working on things, trying to get this Yelp autoresponder set up, trying to find a new place to live. And we're going to Seattle for the weekend for Father's Day and my grandmother's birthday. So this is going to be it for this week's Driven Diary. And I hope you learned something about entrepreneurship, about being driven, about auto repair. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you watched this far, leave a like. Helps us show up higher in the YouTube algorithm. Leave a comment if you have any questions or feedback. And if you're not subscribed, get subscribed, so you don't miss next week's Driven Diary and all of our standalone videos. And until next week, I hope you can go out and continue to build your own automotive dreams and stay driven.